Hello, everyone. I'm Angela Lee Duckworth, motivational speaker. When I was a teacher, I often noticed something that puzzled me. Some of my students, despite struggling in class, never gave up. Others, seemingly talented, would quit when things got hard. I kept wondering, what makes the difference? Why do some soar while others stay grounded? Let me share a story. Imagine an eagle high above the mountains. It doesn't flap its wings in panic when a storm comes. It uses the wind to rise even higher. The eagle doesn't look around to see how the pigeons are doing. It focuses on the horizon, on its target, not on distractions. That mindset, the eagle mind, it isn't about natural ability. It's about vision, discipline, and relentless perseverance. People often think success is about being the smartest or the fastest, but I've learned it's more about staying focused when everything gets blurry. It's about rising above the noise. That's what the eagle does. It doesn't waste energy pecking at crumbs on the ground. It sees the big picture. It understands that the higher you go, the clearer things become. Here's the thing, we're not born with the eagle mindset. It's something we build. It starts when we choose purpose over comfort. It grows when we take failure not as a signal to stop, but as a signal to start again. Stronger, sharper, more determined. The eagle mindset teaches us to welcome the wind, even when it's cold and fierce. Because those winds, if we let them, lift us higher than we imagined possible. In a world built on speed and instant gratification, focusing on a long-term vision can feel almost counterintuitive. We're constantly nudged to chase what's quick, what's trending, what offers immediate validation. Notifications light up our screens with likes, shares, and short bursts of praise. It's easy, almost natural, to get hooked on short-term rewards, but here's the truth: the most meaningful growth, the deepest success, and the most fulfilling achievements don't come from what happens instantly. They come from staying committed to a vision that stretches beyond the moment. A long-term vision acts like a compass. It gives you direction, clarity, and resilience when the journey gets tough. You're no longer pulled by every shiny opportunity or derailed by temporary failure. When your eyes are on the horizon, a setback becomes just a bend in the road, not a reason to stop walking. Let's think about the eagle for a moment. It flies higher than any other bird, not because it flaps harder, but because it locks onto a goal and rises with intention. It doesn't chase every insect on the ground. It soars with purpose. That's what a long-term vision does for us. It keeps us above the noise, the distractions, and the temptation to settle for easy wins. Focusing on short-term rewards can be like planting seeds and digging them up the next day to check if they've grown. We become impatient, frustrated, even disillusioned when progress isn't immediate. But real success, works on a delayed timeline. Whether you're building a business, developing a skill, strengthening a relationship, or shaping your character, it takes time. It takes commitment through seasons where the results aren't visible yet. This mindset shift doesn't mean we ignore the present. It means we become more intentional with it. Every small action, every bit of discipline, every sacrifice today becomes an investment in a future that's bigger than what the moment offers. When you have a long-term vision, you stop asking, "What do I feel like doing right now?" and start asking, "What does my goal need from me today?" And here's where it becomes powerful. Long-term vision doesn't just change your goals, it changes you. It builds patience, fortitude, and character. It teaches you how to delay gratification, how to push through when the applause fades, and how to stay grounded when things don't go as planned. In a world that rewards hustle, the ability to wait, to persist, to stay focused is a quiet superpower. So the next time you're tempted to choose easy over meaningful, ask yourself, is this moving me closer to who I want to become? Is this decision honoring the future I'm trying to build? Because when your vision is clear, your steps become steady, even when progress feels slow. Long-term vision doesn't promise instant results, but it does promise transformation, and that's worth every moment of the wait. We live in a world overflowing with noise, social media, breaking news, trending challenges, other people's opinions. Everything competes for our attention. And in the midst of it all, we're expected to stay focused, stay productive, and chase our goals. But here's the catch. You can't soar like an eagle if you keep getting pulled into the lives, habits, and highlights of everyone else. Distractions are no longer just interruptions. They've become a lifestyle. We scroll through feeds, jump between tasks, and constantly compare our journey with someone else's finish line. It's tempting to believe we're behind. It's tempting to think someone else is doing better, faster, more. But when we let distractions and comparisons shape our direction, we lose sight of our own path. The eagle doesn't glance sideways when it's in flight. It locks its eyes on the prey or the destination. It doesn't flutter around like a sparrow, reacting to every gust of wind or chirp from another bird. It moves with intention. That's exactly what staying locked on your goals requires. Intention, focus, and the ability to ignore everything that doesn't serve your mission. Comparison, especially, is one of the most damaging distractions. We look at someone else's success and start doubting our own pace, but comparison is based on incomplete stories. We see the results, not the struggle. We see the highlight reel, not the behind the scenes effort. And worse, we let those snapshots make us question our own worth. But your journey is yours alone. Your goals, your growth, your timeline. It's not supposed to look like anyone else's. The moment you start chasing what's popular instead of what's purposeful, you trade progress for approval. And approval is fleeting. One day they'll cheer, the next day they'll forget. But a goal rooted in your values, your vision, your passion, that's what lasts. Staying locked on your goals means you protect your focus like it's sacred, because it is. You stop multitasking your dreams. You say no to things that look good, but don't move you forward. You filter your inputs. You choose what you read, watch, and engage with, because you understand that what fills your mind shapes your direction. It's not about being perfect. You will get distracted. You will compare. But the key is to notice it quickly and return to center. Remind yourself, the goal isn't to do everything or to do what everyone else is doing. It's to do the right thing consistently. And the right thing is whatever brings you closer to your highest purpose. In a world trying to pull you in 100 directions, the real power is in choosing one and sticking with it. Because when you stop looking sideways, you start moving forward. And forward is where the growth, the fulfillment, and the success truly live. So guard your focus, drown out the noise, and remember, the eagle never wastes time chasing every sound. It flies straight, steady, and with purpose. You can too.